Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when there is nothing left to give. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So when there's nothing left to give, that means you are tapped out. You can't do it any longer. Your resources have become depleted, or your mental energy or clarity, it's not where it once was, and you can't do it any longer. This is what I call the breaking point. It's called the line in the sand that cannot be crossed, but yet it was. And this is what the narcissist was doing. They were pushing you each and every day, week after week, month after month, etc., waiting to break that relationship. And not only waiting to break it, but to take as much of your resources as they could. And then, after the relationship ended, they wanted to see if you would be strong enough to figure out who they were, if you would be wise enough to go no contact and to block them, etc., and to see if you would see behind the mask, or if you would give them another chance over and over and over again, like perhaps you had done so many times previously. Many people that were in these narcissistic relationships, they do have multiple encounters with the one narcissist that you're thinking about right now, meaning the length of the relationship, maybe it was a week, a month, a year, a decade, your life, but that relationship broke over and over and over again. You weren't taught narcissism one-on-one in school, so you didn't know that another person could do the things they did, or behave the way they behave, or be as callous, as uncaring as they were and or still are. But now you're getting the wisdom. You're understanding that not everybody thinks the way you think. Not everybody is an empath. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. And there will be times, believe me when I tell you, when there's nothing left to give. When that happens, usually it's when the relationship has ended, perhaps after either A, you removed yourself, B, you figured out who the narcissist was. Maybe it was your romantic partner, maybe it was your adult child, maybe it was your friend, colleague, coworker, neighbor. Who knows who the narcissist was, but eventually something snapped and something broke. Now, that doesn't mean that the relationship ended on the part of the narcissist. It doesn't mean that you were discarded. That's not what it means at all. Many times people figure it out when they're in the relationship. So let's take an adult child as an example. Let's say that your adult child, who now is in their 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s or older. Let's say that they have been financially abusing you for your life, asking you for money here and there and everywhere, or paying for trips, or buying them cars or Amazon or their phone bill, etc. Well, eventually you realize that this person is now in their 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever age they are. But when you were that age, you didn't ask for a handout. You didn't blame somebody else for your circumstances. There's a big difference between somebody who owns their life and owns their circumstances and is accountable, and someone who isn't. The person that isn't quite possibly could turn out to be the narcissist. Somebody who just wants to continue to have you giving them more and more opportunities, to continue to have your bank account become depleted, to continue to keep you on the phone and stealing your energy and guilting you and twisting the words and the narrative from what the real point was to them getting more money, etc. These are examples, what I'm sharing with you, but eventually what happened is you looked at your bank account, for this example, and you said, you know what, there's no more to give. I can't do it. My money, my bank account used to be full with zeros. Now it's really depleted. And why? Because I kept on supporting this person. Yeah, it was your adult child, but they don't care about you. They just care about your zeros in your bank account. And once your bank account gets to zero, it will be too late. They'll be off looking for somebody else, or blaming you why you don't make the money you used to make, etc. So you see, when you reach the point when there's nothing left to give, that's one example, one illustration. Another one would be when you gave the narcissist so many chances. Let's say that you were in love with them, or you loved them. Well, you kept on putting out the fires that they were starting. You kept on giving to a fault. You were being there for them. You were thinking that they could change, thinking that if you open the door one more time, they could really, really understand how important they were to you, and that you wanted to open that door one more time to give them a chance. Well, we now know that every time people go back into the narcissistic relationship, specifically accepting a Hoover, it never benefits them. It never has in the history of humankind, and it won't benefit anybody in the future, because the narcissist can't change. They don't ever have the ability to introspect, to grow, to look within themselves, to be accountable, and to say, yes, I am a toxic person. I know what I did. I do it all the time. I did it with you, and I'm going to keep doing it until somebody actually closes the door on me. That's why I suggest virtually in every video I create to go no contact, to block these people. delete them, remove them, and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. But when there's nothing left to give, it will happen not only with your money, but it will happen with your energy. It will happen with your time. It will happen with your life. Watch this one for another example. Let's say that the relationship ended recently for you, or it's about to end with the narcissist. And what you want to do is you want to get out and you want to heal and you want to fall in love again, or you want to travel, or you want to build a business, or you have some purpose. You have something that you want to do, but you can't quite do it right now because you're still connected with the narcissist for some period of time. Well, think about what they're doing with you. The narcissist is keeping you stuck no matter what the circumstances are. And this is what the narcissist wants to do. They want to keep people trapped. They want people believing in the mask. They want people going back in time when they first met the narcissist and thinking about the good times. And I'll just jump on that for a minute. Did you have good times when you were with the narcissist? Of course you did. Did the good times outweigh the not so good times? Not even close. That's why these relationships are roller coasters. That's why you get taken super high and you get dropped super low. It's like being on the roller coaster without a safety belt or a seat belt. And you never know which way the roller coaster is going to twist or turn. If it's going to go up, down, in, out, all around. You never know when it's going to stop. But when it stops, I will tell you right now, that's when the discard happens, or that's when you get strong enough and you end it yourself. And usually when these relationships end, they end with a thud, a crash, a bang. And they do not end the way a stable, healthy relationship would end, meaning you never are going to get a chance to sit down and grab a cup of coffee with the narcissist or the toxic person and have them be accountable, or to tell you the truth, or to say, yeah, I took advantage of you, or yes, I trapped you, or yes, I really had you fall in love with me and I realized that I can't fall in love with anybody. You're never going to get any of that. What you're going to get is blame shifting. You're going to get irresponsibility. You're going to get ghosting. You're going to get the silent treatment. You're going to get somebody rolling their eyes at you. You're going to get somebody frozen and looking at the big beach ball blackness of the pupils of their eyes, looking at you knowing that you can't do anything about it. This is what the narcissist does. It's why they smirk. It's why they keep people trapped. It's why they don't give people closure. And it's why they push each and every relationship to its breaking point. And you must remember this. This is your life. Your life. To the narcissist, you are one cog in the wheel of their life. They never loved you. They never will love you. They don't care about you. They never cared about you. They cared about what you provided for them. They looked at you as an opportunity to take advantage of. They played on your heartstrings. They played on your emotions, on your love, on your empathy, on your bank account, on your ability to be there to put those fires out that they were starting on purpose. You see, the narcissist looked at you. They sized you up. They studied you. They watched you from afar, from up close. They watched your mannerisms, the way you used your words, the way you would always keep your word, the way you would keep your vows, the way you would maintain a stable mindset, meaning when they were screaming at you or throwing rage fits on you and doing everything, you would stay in that relationship. Well, again, remember, you weren't taught this in school. So you didn't know that people could have such irrational, poor behaviors day in and day out, week after week. Well, that's what the narcissist does because they can't regulate themselves. The narcissist needs to be needed. They need the unpaid helper. They need the walking apology. They need someone to pay their way through life. They also need someone to turn a blind eye and to continue to be there to support them through their ups and their downs and their downs and their downs and their downs. And this is what the narcissist wants. That's why, let's fast forward. Let's say that you helped the narcissist out recently, no matter what you did. Say you put a roof over their head, or you gave them money, or you loaned them money, or whatever you did. And let's just say for this example, the narcissist is a sibling. Okay, well, what did you do there? You tried to help them out, or maybe it's an adult child. You helped them out, but did the narcissist say thank you? Did they jump on the phone or say, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful, this is just amazing, thank you? No, they don't do that because they can't, because there's nothing inside of them. They feel that if you do something for them, that you should have done it for them, and they will never thank you and mean it. They will never thank you. They will never appreciate you. They will never respect you. And that's why something has to give when you're in these relationships, no matter what kind of relationship it is, because the narcissist will continue to take. They will continue to have you spin your wheels. They will continue to have you waste your time, spend all of your energy and effort and money and love and attention on them while they give you absolutely nothing. This is what the narcissist does. They take the best of you and they give you nothing in return. And they know this. The narcissist is a master manipulator. They've done this long before they met you. They did it with you or to you. Maybe they're still doing it to you. And they will do it again once you end the relationship or you go no contact or block them or whatever you do. You see, the narcissist looks and they look for the opportunities that are presented to them in life. And many of the opportunities that are presented to them are the way the narcissist takes advantage of people. So example, when you met the narcissist, you probably were vulnerable. Maybe you relocated, or maybe you just had a death in the family, or maybe you just retired, or maybe you just started a new job, or maybe you just had a baby, or maybe you just got married or went into business or joined a hobby group or community or whatever you did, but you were either new or vulnerable or both. And what you were doing is you were believing in this person who turned out to be the narcissist, that their words would match their actions. And again, in the beginning of that relationship, it was almost too good to be true. Because why? That's right, because it was. Think about it. I share this so frequently in videos. Let's say that you met the narcissist. Maybe they were your coworker or your neighbor or somebody, and friendship went to romance, etc. And the next thing you know, they moved in with you, or you put a roof over their head, or whatever you did. Well, in the beginning of that relationship, the narcissist may have played the vulnerable card. Yeah, I just can't catch a break. Things are so challenging, it's so tough. And can I just do A, B, and C? Or maybe we could go into business and do this. Or maybe you could just put a roof over my head for a period of time, whatever. They would sell you a bill of goods and you would feel sorry for them. You would feel like they don't have what you have and that you could help and elevate them in their life or their circumstances for a period of time. Well, remember, no good deed goes unpunished in the narcissistic relationship. So once they had you, or once you placed them on the lease, or you loaned them money, or had them move in, whatever you did, that's when things usually switch on a dime, because now they know you are locked in, you're committed, and there's no going back. Specifically, if you signed a lease or a mortgage or something, or if you had a child, or you went into business. You see, this is what the narcissist waits for. They set traps and then look to have people fall into these traps. And once the people are in the traps, it's too late. They don't know what hit them, and they don't know how to get out of these things. And usually those people, which at one point was you, are tethered to the narcissist for a period of time. And the narcissist will just ghost you or blame you or tell you, I didn't agree to that. They'll gaslight you. They'll do whatever they can do to continue to keep you working for them, working for the relationship, to have you continue to give them money or opportunities or put a roof over their head or whatever. And think about one more thing here before I get ready to close the video. In every narcissistic relationship, there are what I call casualties of the narcissistic relationship. And these are many times the immediate family members of the narcissist, the friends that you used to have, they get blown up, the hobbies, your health, your time, your money. The casualties of the relationship are littered all throughout the body of that relationship. And it is you who has to put yourself back together. It's not the narcissist. The narcissist doesn't have anything to put back together. The only thing they will do is slither away onto another unsuspecting person, or a person who hasn't healed, or a person who is still believing in the mask, or a person who hasn't figured out what narcissism is. So remember, the new supply is either one of three people. They're either a toxic person themselves, like the narcissist, similar or worse. 2, they're a recycled source of supply, somebody who hasn't cracked the code yet. Or 3, they're a clean slate, most likely like you were. And if they're a clean slate, they have a long road in front of them, because once they get dipped into that deep end of destruction and that deep end of manipulation and that cesspool of misery, i.e. the narcissistic fog, where they are existing in that zombie-like trance-like state, once that happens, it's too late. They need to find a way out of that, but they're already listening to the narcissist. They are already being played. They are a puppet, a pawn. They are the unpaid helper, etc., like I talked about in the channel. And so that person, which at one point was you, and it certainly was me, they have to figure out how to get out of that relationship, that the narcissist never loved them, that the narcissist never cared about them, that the narcissist is probably cheating behind their back, stealing their money, squirreling money away, doing whatever they possibly can do to keep that person trapped behind the scenes, and the whole time putting on a face or a mask to them, and maybe giving them a little fake love bomb here and there. And love bomb doesn't need to be romantic. Don't think for a minute it has to be romantic. Love bomb could just mean when you talk to the narcissist, or you used to, I should say, they were in a better mood. And you'd be like, whoa, where's that person been? Wow, I need more of that. And you give them another chance. And then you go back and back and back, because the narcissist can't sustain that fake happy mask. What they need is the toxic mask. They need the mask of jealousy, of envy, of disdain, of evil. This is what the narcissist is at their core. Think about when your relationship ended. When it ended, did the narcissist give you closure? Of course not. Did they care about you? No. What did they do? They probably blamed you for everything under the sun for the ending of that relationship, and probably tried to keep you stuck even longer than you were expecting. Even when you figured out what narcissism was, Even if you did that, and you did because you're on the channel and you're in the community, it still took a lot of time to wrap your head around what the narcissist had done, what narcissism was, how it affected you, and how to get away from that person or these people as fast as you possibly can. That is why this is the relationship you need to heal from. And that is why for each and every one of us who were in these relationships, there will be, and I am telling you right now, there will be a time when there's nothing left to give. And that does go back to the beginning of the video that I'm shooting here, which is it goes back to your empathy, time, money, energy, love, empathy. You can't keep giving the same person the same opportunities or resources that you had when all they do is use them, abuse you, manipulate you, blame you, guilt you, and keep you stuck thinking about them. That's why these relationships, the path is to go no contact, etc. And when your tank has been depleted every way possible at the hands of a person who's trying to destroy you and your life, you really need to get the message, and you need to run for the hills from these people. Get away from them as far and as fast as you possibly can, because the narcissists they will never change. They only deteriorate over time, and they know it. And now you're understanding that. You, remember, are a beautiful, bright, shining light. You shine higher than the sun, the moon, and the stars. And the narcissists did their best to extinguish you and to capture you and your beautiful energy and your beautiful, bright, shining light and everything about you for a period of time, hoping that they could extinguish you. They couldn't, they didn't. That's why you are a resilient person. That's why you're full of fortitude, of commitment, of courage, of direction and purpose. This is the path. Understand that this is your life. The narcissist deserves not to know anything about you, to know your hair color, who you're dating, where you're living, what classes you're taking, and how you have rebuilt your life, and anything about you. They took their best shot at you and they failed miserably, like they always do. The thing is here is when you've reached the point there's nothing left to give, you need to accept it. You need to really wrap your head around what narcissism is. You need to practice radical acceptance and understand that you could have all the money in the world. You could own your own country or whatever you want. You could own any planet. It would never, and I mean never, be enough for the narcissist. They will still try to find a way to berate you, to make you feel less than, and to invalidate you, and to devalue you, not even counting, triangulating you, and not giving you credit for anything that you've accomplished in your life. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Understand something. There will be a point in time when you have nothing left to give. It won't just be with the narcissist. It will be with certain things. Example, think about when you were in school. Maybe you just couldn't wait to graduate. Maybe it was when you were a little kid. You couldn't wait to grow older, meaning to become legal age. Maybe it was when you were waiting to have enough money to go travel. You see, all of these things, these are goals, they're purposes, they're things that make you you. But when it won't ever be enough, when there's not enough to give, that's when the narcissist takes all those things that I just shared with you and they crumble them up, and they make sure that you don't travel, and that you don't finish school, and that you don't find your higher purpose, etc. But all the things I'm sharing with you, and I hope that made sense, is the narcissist will always, and I mean always, try to live in your mind rent-free and to keep you stuck and trapped. And if you keep giving them chances or opportunities, they will continue to take those and keep you exactly where you were, which is in the fog. That's why eventually there will be nothing left to give. And when there isn't, that's when you have to go no contact. You have to focus on yourself. Take all that energy that was going out the window here, there, everywhere, to the flying monkeys, to the enablers, to the narcissist, and you place it in yourself, and then you heal. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I hope that last part made sense. I love you. Bye.